Hello, my valuable friends, and welcome back. I'm Tetivik, and today we're going to discuss how to stop self sabotaging. We all self sabotage in different areas in our lives, and I've done it before, you've done it before, and in today's video, we're going to learn how to stop this dysfunctional behavior that is actually harmful for us. Self sabotage are different thoughts, self sabotage are different behaviors, different tactics that we use to harm ourselves to prevent us living a good life, to prevent us have the opportunities that we want, to prevent us being with the person we want. So self-sabotage is basically a behavior. Of course, it starts from the thoughts, but it is a behavior. It's an action that we do to actually harm ourselves. Before I start, let me remind you, I do one-to-one private consultations. You can purchase my online courses, my book, and all other luxury items that I sell. All links are below, and thank you for your donations. So now let's start. First, what I want you to understand that self-sabotage is a learned behavior. We don't come to this world and we are full of negative, different, destructive behaviors. It's not like that. All the destructive behaviors, listen to this very carefully, that you have, all destructive behaviors are learned. So what we can do is unlearn them. It means we need to replace the destructive behavior with constructive behavior. Why I say it's a learned behavior? Because when a child is born, he or she is looking around, learning from parents, siblings, school teachers, society, and the child is molding himself or herself according to what she or he is seeing. In psychology, self-sabotage is very big. The same way is like motivation is a very big topic. Self-sabotage is also very big. They're both very powerful energies. You can motivate yourself to achieve anything you want in your life, and you can also self-sabotage yourself to have nothing that you desire. And it's very interesting that it doesn't matter on the gender, doesn't matter on the age, we are all doing it. In different areas of our lives, maybe different, sometimes the volume of self-sabotage is too high or sometimes too low, but we are doing it. And it is harming for ourselves, harmful for ourselves. Now, because it's a learned behavior, we need to understand that it's actually not our fault. So we're not blaming ourselves, we are not putting ourselves down, we're just understanding that I have learned to self-sabotage. I actually don't know how to self-sabotage. As a child, look at the little babies. They don't know how to self-sabotage. They don't know what means not believing in themselves. They don't know what it is to not love themselves. They don't know these concepts until it is presented to them, until they can see that in their parents. Maybe the parent doesn't know how to love himself, and of course it gets projected to the child. Whatever you have learned, I want you to go back and understand that actually it is not your fault. You are not to blame, and no one is to blame, but it is learned behavior, and it comes from childhood. No adult becomes 20, 30 and starts self-sabotaging. No, it starts way, way, way before, in childhood. You can be 10, you can be 11, you can be even 7, and you can self-sabotage. Because when we are kids, we listen to authorities, to our teachers, to maybe our aunties or uncles, our parents, whoever is bigger than us, older than us, we listen to them, even if it's just a sister. And then we self-sabotage, older sister or older brother. So because it's a learned behavior and because we are doing it for multiple years, I have to admit with you that when you realize that, oh, I have learned this and it has been like a burden with me for many, many years, it means that it will take me time to heal. And I understand, you can take it that approach. A lot of people go to therapy and they're healing for 10 years, which I don't know if is correct, because actually if you think about it in different religious books, if you believe, you can see that healing actually is like this. It happens really quick. Yes, you are going towards healing very slowly. It could take you days, weeks, months, years, but actually the healing itself as a process happens, like I showed you, like this. I want you to understand, I'm doing that sound on purpose. This is not a salsa class. This is a healing class. But I want you to understand that if I click my hand, you can be healed like that. And a lot of hypnosis, if you believe in that, like they also do that. They talk with you and then they click and you're awake and oh, okay, everything is good. I'm not saying go to do hypnosis. I'm more grounded. Like I'm more into natural things. Whatever makes you happy. Because nowadays people are so different. But whatever is learned behavior, for you to unlearn it is you have to comprehend, oh, it's a learned behavior. So let me be careful next time. Let me be more observant. When am I sabotaging? Am I sabotaging right now? Am I eating more than I should so I can self-sabotage my body? Am I not answering the person who I actually care about and I like so I can self-sabotage the date with him or her? Am I not going to bed early because I have actually interview tomorrow and I'm not actually prepared for interview so I can self-sabotage for me to get the job? Or am I late at my current job so I can self-sabotage myself so they can fire me? We self-sabotage ourselves every single day. When you are speeding, you're self-sabotaging. Because a normal human being, yes, one day when I have my driving license, I love when the driver is driving me, so I'm kind of a bit more relaxed side. But when I will learn to drive, I think I'm not going to speed, even with my beautiful sports car. Of course, I will speed as much as it's allowed, but I'm not going to on purposely speed to get into the accidents because it is self-sabotaging and I don't want to get into any problems. So self-sabotaging starts when we actually don't value ourselves. Our parents didn't value us, so they taught us to not value ourselves. It's a learned behavior. Self-sabotage is a learned behavior. And if something is learned, we can unlearn, which means we make a replacement. So if someone told me that I'm not valuable, for me to unlearn this, I have to tell myself I'm valuable. If someone told me it's okay, eat whatever you want, I will tell to myself, no, that's self-sabotage. What do you mean eat what you want, when you want, how much you want? No, that's self-sabotage. I'm going to eat the right things at the right time with the right amount. So self-sabotage, because it's a learned behavior, it is constantly circulating in your mind. And you are actually not noticing that you're doing the same pattern over and over again. When was the last time you self-sabotaged? Maybe 10 minutes ago, maybe 1 hour ago. But we are living in this cycle, and I want you to open your eyes and understand that actually how to stop self-sabotaging is to look at the sabotage and say, haha, I see you. Yeah, welcome. Look what I'm going to do to you. So this is the first step to understand that it's a learned behavior. Now the second step, this video is very practical. We're going to understand that actually self-sabotage has a face, has a voice, has a posture. It's a specific person. And I want you to ask yourself, who in my childhood, or maybe adulthood, or maybe you have relationships, who is that person whose face you see when you think about self-sabotaging? Who is it? Is that your mom? Or is that your dad? Or maybe it's a sibling? Maybe it's some relative? Maybe it's your best friend? Maybe it's a person you're dating or engaged with or married with? Who is that person whose face is on the self-sabotage? Think about it right now. Sit and think. Who taught me to self-sabotage? Who taught me I'm not valuable? Who didn't believe in me? Who put me down? Who blamed me? Is that my mom? Is that my dad? Find the face to that self-sabotage. Self-sabotage has a face. And the face usually is unloving parent. And now maybe you didn't grow up with your parents. Maybe it was your uncle and auntie that raised you, but it's still considered as a caregiver. So whoever is your caregiver, that's the person who taught you the self-sabotage. And I want you to learn this actually and understand that if I know who taught me to self-sabotage, it's easier for me to deal with that. So who is unloving parent that is living with you? You will say, I live alone. There is no one living with me. But that's not true. There is a person living in your head, in your mind, constantly circulating with the thoughts. In your bathroom when you go and take a shower, someone is judging your body. Is someone living in the mirror when you're looking at yourself and you're dressing up? Someone is living in your bed, judging you what you're doing with your spouse. None of anyone's business what I'm doing with my spouse. Someone is sitting next to your dining table. Who is that person who is living with you? Who is that unloving person, unloving parent living inside of you, inside of your heart, inside of your mind, inside of your house, in every room, sitting like this, like an uninvited guest, living in my house rent-free? Disappear. disappear from my life. So the reason I'm telling you this is that we're going to do a very practical step. So now when you have asked yourself, who is that person? I want you to imagine that person. Imagine that person is sitting in front of you right now. You can close your eyes if it's easier. Imagine how that person is sitting in front of you. And look at them, look at their eyes and say, please leave. That is all you need to say. Please leave. Please leave. You can say 3 times if it helps. And what I want you to imagine is that that person is standing up from the chair. You can see them going to the door, opening the door, walking out, and you can see their reflection is going smaller and smaller and smaller. They're gone. You will have to ask this unloving person who is living in your mind and self-sabotaging you to leave. This is number 1 step in this video. It's like a first ritual that we're doing. So now we have understood that it's a learned behavior. Okay, we understand that it has a root, it comes from somewhere, and it's not mine because as a child, I'm pure, I don't have self-sabotaging thoughts. The second point is our practical first ritual, which we did, which imagined that who is this person? We put the face, we put the name of this person, and we ask her or him to leave from our lives, from our house, from our mind. So when you do this, right now, I want to tell you that that person left. So you don't need to drag them back. Now someone from you that is watching is running after that person. Oh, no, wait, I changed my mind. Someone tomorrow will wake up and virtually, metaphysically, imagine you will call that person to ask them, no, please come back, I'm used to you. So some of you are going to still run back to this person because you're so used to the wounding. You're so used to being beaten that you don't deserve. Who told you that you don't deserve? Who is this person? Give me the contacts. We'll organize. I have some good contacts. We'll organize this person to be healed. Now, the third point I want to discuss in this video, when you have realized that there's an unloving parent and you let that parent go, or unloving person who was teaching you self-sabotaging, who was teaching you that you're not enough, who was teaching you that you don't deserve. Self-sabotage means you do not deserve. So go and self-sabotage. Do things that will prevent you having good things. Good luxury items, good luxury life, good luxury beautiful person that you're in love with, good luxury intimacy. So many of you are in love with people. So many of you are married and you don't have a good, beautiful intimacy with your spouse because you are afraid what other people think. It's like another person is in your bedroom. Another person is sitting with you when you're eating. Another person is taking a shower with you. You're like, oh, who is this person? Please vacate my premises. So the third aspect I want to discuss is that we are going to create a loving parent. Now, I always say in my videos that when something is happening in your life, when you need to have the practical steps to heal, when you're removing one thing, you have to replace it. So if you say, some people smoke and drink, if you just say, don't smoke, don't drink, they don't know what to do. So give me an alternative. So if you're eating unhealthy, in the morning you wake up and you're eating cereal, which is, sugar, and it's nothing natural. It's a puff. We don't even know how is it made. Then if I say don't eat cereal, you'll be like, so what shall I eat? Be hungry in the morning? But I can say to you, okay, we will not eat cereal. Let's eat grapefruit or fruit salad or nice, warm, lovely cooked, home-cooked oatmeal. I can give you a replacement. Let's make eggs. Do you like eggs with avocado, with a little salmon? So I have to give you a replacement. So because we removed unloving parent, now there is a void. You're like, oh, I'm alone. You're never alone, by the way. You always have yourself. You always have angels around you. I am here for you. God is always looking after you. There are so many people that are actually attracted to you that you're not aware of. And if you're not married soon, you're going to get married and you're having to have babies. So you're never alone. So now when we removed unloving parent, we want to replace it. So give me the antidote, give me an alternative, give me the medicine. So if I'm removing unloving parent, the mirror image for that is to put the loving parent. So I need to give you the replacement that is complete opposite. You know, when people are healing, they put medicine. Medicine is fighting with bacteria, is healing the cells, is taking care of you. So I want you to remove that pain that you were having for years. Self-sabotage, it actually is a very deep topic. A lot of people cry when they realize how many times they self-sabotage. And so we want to bring this loving parent. Now, I want to explain to you that this loving parent is not your own parent, the biological parent that birthed you. It's not that parent. It's not your mom. It's not your dad. At least in a physical way that you know them, or maybe they passed away, you know them in your memories. It's not your mom and dad the way that you know them. The loving parent, actually, it's you in an adult form of yourself who's older than you, twice your age. So if I'm 25, my parent has to be 50. My parent cannot be 25. Or if I'm 35, my parent cannot be 35. They need to be 65 or at least 55. So they need to be older than me. So I'm bringing my parent, who is me, and that parent is actually has both sides, has the masculine energy, so the protector, the provider for me, that is my father, and has also the feminine side, the feminine energy, who is my mother, who is nurturing, who is supporting me, saying, you're so beautiful. But I have them both in me. We all know that we all have masculine and feminine energy. It's just if I'm a woman, my feminine energy is bigger than masculine. It's more, it's in bigger capacity. So my loving parent is actually me. That means that I am reparenting. Have you heard this? In psychology, they say this very, very often, that you need to separate yourself from your parents. It doesn't mean physically never talk to them. If they're alive, talk to them. But you separate yourself by their conditionings, the limiting beliefs that they have, all the maybe not very nice things that they taught you. You separate yourself and you reparent. It means you become your own ideal parent who loves you unconditionally. This is not a wounded parent. This is a completely healed a parent who loves you, who believes in you. Say, my baby, oh my God, you are so beautiful. If you're a man, you're so handsome. Who says, I believe in you. This is a loving parent that you're creating inside of you. And the biggest fundament of this parent is love. They say, I love you. I believe in you. You will be able to do anything that you put your mind into. You're capable of everything. Do you know what kind of success is waiting for you? Do you know what kind of opportunities you're going to attract soon? Do you know what kind of blessings are going to pour on your head, on your body, in your hands? Everywhere. Do you know what kind of wealth is waiting for you? Do you know what kind of person is coming into your life who is going to love you, spoil you, hug you, kiss you, not let you go? I believe in you. You are not enough. You are more than enough. You're not just valuable. You're more than valuable. You're my treasure. You're my baby. This is how you talk to yourself. You imagine yourself, you're your own son, you're your own daughter, and you talk like this to you. I always say, baby Tetivik, what do you want? And sometimes she says to me, I don't want to do anything today. So what's the point for me to pressure her? I say, okay, let's not do anything. You want this food? No, I don't like it. Sometimes I will cook and I don't want to eat. Okay, let's order something else. Let's go out. Let's eat something else. She will start watching a movie and then she will fall asleep. Okay, you were tired. What's the problem? But what we do, we beat ourselves about everything. But I cook the food, why you don't eat? This is a parent inside talking to you. Maybe your mom who says that, oh, the food, always you need to eat. If I don't want to eat, I will put that food in a bin. I will not even blink my eye if it makes me nauseous. You know, sometimes we women are like this. We have our specific days in a month that everything makes us nauseous. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pressure myself to eat? No. Or I can put in the fridge and eat tomorrow. But if I don't like, you will never make me do anything that I don't like. So this loving parent that you are creating in your life, it's unconditional love. It means that, oh, you will become this or you will do this when you lose your weight, when you get married. No, I can be unmarried, I can have extra weight, and the parents still will love me. Yes, they will support me. Okay, baby, let me take you to the gym. Okay, great, mom, let's go. Okay, great, dad, let's go. And they don't pressure. Why are you not married? Because I'm not married. So when I will be married, then I will be married. There are no pressuring thoughts. loving parent does not make you to sabotage your life because he or she loves you. So self-sabotage, actually, it's an internal process. To prevent self-sabotage, it's also internal process. No one is responsible, only you. So I'm giving you great news. I'm opening your eyes that actually self-sabotage, it's a dysfunctional, harmful behavior targeted to yourself. It's like you have a gun and you are putting to yourself. Of course it's going to shoot. Of course you're going to pass away. Self-sabotage is never productive, it's never positive, and it never brings any beautiful fruits. Self-sabotage, I want you to look at it as something dangerous and say, am I self-sabotaging right now? Is that gun in here? Okay, this has to go from my house. Self-sabotage has to go out from your mind, out from your heart, and say, I no longer self-sabotage. I'm my loving parent. And so what I want you to do is actually now, when we imagine that person that is not really positive, not really loving left, what we want to do is we actually want to do our second ritual. So the first ritual, we ask them to leave. The second ritual, we will ask the loving parent to come. And we will say, please come. Very easy. All these 1 hour meditations, 8 hours sleep affirmations, you don't need that. Simple 2 words. Please repeat after me. If you know English, even if you don't know English, still repeat after me. Please come. Shall we do it again? Please come. We invite the loving person in our life, loving parent in our life. It's very easy. You can say 3 times and consider it's done. You don't need to do anything else. You don't need to attend seminars. You don't need to do master classes. You don't need to buy 10 books. You don't need to watch 100 videos. It is done. The loving parent is entering your life now, is coming. He or she is putting the suitcase. You can imagine they're unpacking. You're giving them their room. They're living with you now. So next day when you wake up, you go and you talk to this loving parent. And they ask you, what do you want to do today? How do you feel today? So start reparenting yourself by becoming your own loving parent. How to stop self-sabotage? If I need to answer in 1 sentence, I will say it's very easy. First of all, understand that it's a learned behavior and it's dysfunctional. It's always going to not benefit you. Second of all, understand that there is unloving parent or unloving caregiver who is living in your house, and you just need to do a very simple thing. Imagine them with closed eyes or open eyes and say, please leave. And the third step, all you need to do is imagine this loving, abundant parent who is in love with you, with every part of you, who believes in you 100%, 150%, 1,100%. Is that a number like this? Million, billion percent. That's heavy. What kind of belief? That's how God looks at us. I think he believes in us like billion%, not 100%. He's like, I created you. I know what you're capable of. You know what kind of power you have. And so the third step is to imagine and close your eyes or with open eyes and say, please come and invite this loving parent in your life, in your mind, in your heart. And now you have someone really amazing that you're living with. You are not alone. You will never be alone. And so now I want you to really, really immerse in this behavior, in this ritual that we did. It's just a little step, but look how it's going to change. And what I want you to do is to go to the kitchen, or maybe if you're outside, stop in the shop and just buy yourself water. And I want you to drink the full glass or full little bottle of the water. And while you're going to drink that water, you're going to imagine that everything bad, all the self-hatred, all the past self-sabotage, you're washing it away with that water that you're drinking, and you're putting love, you're putting this loving parent. And it's just a little symbol that you're going to do to make yourself feel good. So go ahead, drink that water, refresh your body, and say, I'm starting new. Self-sabotage, I don't even know what that is. I don't have that word in my vocabulary. I don't speak English, excuse me. I know only good words: success, wealth, love. This is who you are now. I wish you to become your own loving parent. And don't hate anyone, don't blame anyone. Just take care of yourself. And you will see how self-sabotage will never come to your life again. And it's a controlled behavior. It just asks your awareness. Every time you feel self-sabotaging, step, I'm not doing that anymore. I have a loving parent. So loving yourself actually is a true answer to everything. That's why you can see in all religions, in all spiritual teachings, it's all about love. because it transcends everything, it washes away anything, it transforms everything. So love yourself a little bit more, become this loving parent, and shower yourself with the love that you actually lack for so many years, because you are worthy of everything. You're very valuable. You're a treasure. You're more valuable than any diamond, any car, any bag, any house, anything. You're the most valuable creature in this world. Thank you so much for watching, and let me remind you, remember to smile today and enjoy your life.